The Postdoc Academy module on finding and landing the job provides postdocs with guidelines and resources to communicate about their strengths in application documents and during a job interview, as well as in negotiating a job offer and setting themselves for success after they're hired. These conversations are important to have, whether the postdoc is planning to transition into a faculty position or not. Arranging for the postdoc to give a mock job talk with current departmental colleagues or connecting them with non-academic organizations or colleagues can be extremely helpful and instructive for your mentee as they prepare for their next career step.
That being said, we would like to use this time to encourage both postdocs and their mentors to reflect on the transition itself. Often, the end of a postdoc appointment can sneak up on you, and important logistics and planning gets missed. We will specifically focus on project closure and on the evolution of the mentoring relationship after mentees leave their institution, since these topics are sometimes overlooked.
How much time do you spend closing projects? In your experience, what has made project closure successful or difficult? Feel free to stop the video to reflect on the impact these project closure phases had on each team member. You may use prior mentoring relationships for this reflection.
All projects must come to an end, just like all postdoc appointments must come to an end. The closing phase is the very last stage of any project cycle. It is a good time to, first, acknowledge what has been done. That is, make an inventory of the projects the postdoc has been working on. To what extent have they contributed to each project? This is important for manuscripts that will be written or submitted later to accurately reflect the postdoc's scholarly contributions. Second, assess what remains to be done. That is, which projects are close to completion versus those that may need a bit more work versus those that must be totally passed on to other people.
The mentor-mentee duo can then discuss ways to maintain communication on projects after the postdoc leaves. What communication channels should their colleagues use to reach out when they have questions or need to communicate on publications? Some postdocs may wish to have stronger boundaries than others in terms of keeping contact after their appointment ends. The mentoring pair also needs to ensure that knowledge is maintained within the research group and according to policies at the current institution. If relevant, the postdoc should leave up-to-date lab notebooks or protocols or a hand-off document for their colleagues to easily pick up on their work. Also, it is key that the mentoring pair ensures good storage and management of the data collected and analyzed by the postdoc, according to the university and potentially funding agencies' requirements. Finally, the project closing meeting is the opportunity to discuss lessons learned regarding the technical, collaborative, teamwork, management, and communication aspects of the projects the postdoc led. What went well? What issues came up? And what could be done differently to prevent them in the future? This could be a combination of an exit interview and a closeout discussion.
It is important to also acknowledge that even if the postdoc is leaving their institution, the mentoring relationship does not necessarily have to end too. The mentor and mentee should discuss how they wish to stay in touch, which communication channel they wish to use, and on what occasions or how frequently it's okay to reach out. If you had a difficult relationship with the mentee, or as a postdoc with your mentor, it may be hard to end on good terms. Where possible, try to leave things as professionally as you can. This type of closeout process could help you focus on the issues at hand and not some of the issues that are more personal and painful. You could also consider whether there are ways you could still debrief about the overall experience and get valuable feedback from each other. If needed, you can get help or advice from colleagues, including the postdoc or faculty development offices at your institution. In cases where closure is needed but too challenging on your own, you could also consider asking an external mediator, an ombuds, for example, to help you navigate the conversation. But if you are in a toxic mentoring relationship, the most important thing is to seek help. Do not isolate yourself. No relationship is worth jeopardizing your mental health or well-being.
In this faculty toolkit, you will hear from mentors that supported their mentees in their career transitions while keeping projects going. You will also find a reflection framework to help you prepare for a productive conversation on these topics with your postdoc mentee.